You launched the offer. You posted about it every single day like a good little entrepreneur. You sent the emails. You did the stories countdown. You maybe even went live. And then the sales came in. And there were two of them. One was your cousin. So naturally, what do? You blame the sales page. You rewrite the headline. You change the button color. The button color. Like as if somewhere out there there's a buyer that was like almost gonna hit buy now. And they're like, you know what? That is not my shade of blue. So what if the sales page was never your problem? If you are building digital offers and you are tired of getting surface level advice that never actually moves that needle or that bank account number, subscribe, hit the bell, because this channel is where we go layers deep on the strategy that most people are completely skipping. All right, let's get into it. Here is the same pattern I have watched play out, cut more times than I can count. An expert spends weeks, maybe months, building a low ticket offer. They write the sales page. They post about it literally every single day. They get maybe 40 clicks, 2 sales, a refund request from somebody who definitely read the whole page before they bought. And then instead of asking the right questions, they go straight to the sales page is not working. They rewrite the headline. They redesign the whole layout. They lower the price. Then they raise it again. They add a testimonial that they had to beg somebody for, probably that cousin that bought earlier. It's still nothing. It's not converting. It's not this magical passive income stream that we all thought it was going to be, because that's what we were told. But you know why? The sales page was not what unalived the offer. The offer unalived the offer. And by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly what actually determines whether your low ticket offer converts, aka sells on autopilot. And spoiler, it's usually not the copy. You are going to know how to diagnose the real problem in your specific offer without spiraling for 3 more weeks. And you're going to understand the difference between an offer that is strategically engineered to sell and a lazy one that burns your audience, tanks your authority, and leaves you wondering if your niche is just oversaturated or your niche is broken. It's not broken. The offer might be. And here's the part that actually matters for you. Once you understand what is driving that buying decision, you're going to look at your market, your ideal client, your level 10 client, soulmate client, completely differently. And that is a level that a lot of experts in your space never even reached. And you're going to reach it in the next 10 minutes. I have spent years inside this specific problem, studying what separates low ticket offers that become those automated passive income client acquisition machines from the ones that you launch, they get 3 sales, 1 passive aggressive refund email, and you give up. And I have built this framework from the inside out. I have watched experts across possibly every niche you can imagine go from 0 traction to real life automated income once they stopped blaming just the wrapper and started fixing what was inside. And what I'm about to share will probably annoy you just a little bit, especially compared to the advice you've been given up to this point. But that's okay. You're allowed to be annoyed. When an offer does not sell, specifically a low ticket offer, an automated low ticket offer, the first thing most people go to is surface layer. My headline wasn't punchy enough. My price was too high. My price was too low, depending on like the day or the mood. The algorithm buried all my posts. Mercury was in the microwave again. I'm only like slightly joking, but that last one I've literally heard that a few times. But none of those are real problems. Those are all symptoms. And here's the thing about symptoms. You can treat them forever without ever actually feeling better. The root cause of almost every failed or underperforming low ticket launch I have ever seen almost always lives inside the offer itself, especially if it was your very first offer. Not the sales page, not the funnel, not the email subject line, the offer. And what actually determines 40% of whether your offer sells is something that the space isn't really talking about publicly, especially not for free. So stay with me because this next part is going to reframe the way you think about your automated offers. Okay, real quick. If you have ever spent hours, like actual hours, writing and rewriting a headline for an offer that was never going to convert, no matter what that amazing headline said, please drop a fire emoji below right now. If you're bold, drop the headline that you wrote because I need to know that I am not alone in having done this and witnessed this. Here, let's just talk about the low ticket world. And I need to say this out loud for everybody who's ever wanted to, tried to launch, unsuccessfully launched a low ticket offer, the automated ones especially. The offer itself, not the sales page, not the funnel, not the email sequence, accounts for 40% of whether or not it actually sells. 40%. So if you're pouring all your energy into copy and you have not spent serious time on the actual offer architecture with strategy, you're essentially trying to win a race with one shoe on. The offer has to solve what I call a hook problem. In my Teeny Knockout Offers program, we call it the right hook. And the right hook is high value, outrageous urgency. Oh my gosh, I need this right now. Known desire. If your offer does not check all those four boxes, no amount of like crazy powerful copywriting or amazing funnels is going to drag it across the finish line. Strategically designed offers with average copy will still find buyers. Why? Because the desire exists. They're solving the problem. You are just handing it a clear path to yes. So, what does a lazy low ticket offer actually look like versus a strategically engineered one like the TKO's teeny knockout offers that I teach? A lazy offer is usually something somebody already had made or something really crappy, just made to look pretty in like a Canva template. Like literally, I see the most brilliant experts out there. They say, get what you pay for. And if it's a low ticket offer, that's all they're gonna get. If they want the real value, they gotta pay me the big money. And they slap something together. They do one of two things. They look through what they already have and they say, oh, there's a PDF. I could probably sell that PDF. Let me package that up. Or they go into ChatGPT or one of the AIs and they say, I am a this, insert expertise here. I want to make a low ticket offer because Alex Ramosi told me I needed one. And they have ChatGPT write it for them in an hour because somebody told them that was what they do. Okay. We've all seen them, unfortunately. They price it like 47 bucks and they wonder like, why is the conversion rate a flat line? Well, why? There's no specific transformation. It was not built for their target audience. You're building everything you put out there. Everything you put out there is all about your audience, what they need in solving their problems. So you need to build it for them. There's no clear outcome. There's no quick win. So the whole idea of a low ticket offer is to introduce yourself to your audience at a buyer list level, right? So you need to get them some kind of quick one. This little LTO is just solving one super small problem, not their full transformation. One little right now, oh my gosh, I know I need this fixed right now problem. And they need to be taking action within the first 24 hours once they buy. And once they buy, they need to experience something. They need to experience something that moves the needle for them, wows them, like, wow, what are they? This is 47 bucks. I got all of this. Like, what else do they have for me? And it also needs to, they don't open up to the next problem, right? So there's no transformation, no outcome, no quick win. It's just information. It's usually really crappy garbage information because, again, we use the whole we get we paid for. And the brutal truth about information is free. Google is free. YouTube is free. People pay for transformation, not information. So when you have a specific, believable, achievable result they can actually picture themselves having that will move their needle, not their whole needle, just their little needle. Without that, your offer is just another crappy PDF that you slap together that nobody wants, that is living rent-free in somebody's download folder if they got that far, somewhere between like their 2022 tax documents and a recipe for potato salad they saved and will absolutely never make. Here is what a strategically engineered offer looks like instead. It starts with one single right hook problem, not 10 problems, not something crappy that people don't actually want solved, not a comprehensive overview of everything wrong in your audience life. One, the most urgent, painful, embarrassing, or expensive problem they are sitting on right now. It is the one that is keeping them up at night. It is the one they think about all the time. It is the one they must get past to even think about the bigger transformation that you also offer for a bigger price tag. And then it has to promise a specific little itty bitty transformation, little needle mover in a specific timeline. Okay. And that timeline should be under a month. Okay. Not get better at business. Something more like write a sales page for your low ticket offer that converts in a single weekend. I would probably push that up. Write a sales page, write a sales page in one single weekend that's going to convert your low ticket offer. There we go. Much clearer. And here's my favorite test for whether an offer is actually ready to sell. Could a 12-year-old explain what you are selling in one sentence? Not a smart 12-year-old, like a regular Joe Schmo, like in the neighborhood 12-year-old. If the answer is no, the offer is not ready yet. Another great thing to think about is if you go to a barbecue with you and your spouse and you're meeting new people, and you meet somebody who has no clue what you do, could you explain this offer to them in 30 seconds where they actually understand it, right? And before you get defensive, I say this with love. I have been that person that has built the way overly complicated low ticket offer because I wanted to wow them and I just scared them away, or tried to explain something in 7 sentences and wondered why no one was buying. Like we've all been there. The clarity is the work. So here is the diagnostic that's going to tell you exactly where your offer is broken. And I call it the 6 T's. I'll do a whole other video on this for y'all later. Time, traffic, tangibles, tantalizing details, and transformation. Oh, and timing. There's 6. Walk through this right now with me. If your offer has been live for less than a week and you have less than 100 clicks on your sales page, that is a time and or traffic problem. You do not have enough data to diagnose anything. Keep promoting, keep putting it out there. Stop spiraling. If you have over 100 clicks, if you have over 100 clicks and your conversion rate is still sitting below 1%, okay? Now it's clearly a messaging problem, especially if you're selling to a warm audience. So warm audience means they already know you. It's people that are already in your stratosphere, like your email list, or people that have been following you on social media for a while who've engaged with you a little bit. If it's under 1% warm audience, it is 1,000% either an offer or messaging problem. And if they're not even clicking, it's definitely a messaging problem. So the offer's not clear enough. The desire that they need isn't activated, or the transformation promise is way too vague to actually feel real. So if I told you for 47 bucks, I'm going to show you how to make $10,000 in 5 days, like that doesn't feel real. So if you're converting at 1% or above and your sales volume is still low, okay, congratulations, because guess what? You have a decent offer. You just need to get more eyeballs on it. And that is a completely different and much more solvable problem than having a totally broken offer. So before you touch one word of that sales page, run yourself through this diagnostic first. The fix for a traffic problem is never a better headline. And here's the thing I really want you to hear before we move on. If you are sitting here running through this diagnostic in your head right now, you're not behind. You're not broken. You're just finally asking the right questions. And you didn't know before what they were. This is actually the hardest part, and you just did it. Here's where you are right now. You can take everything from this video, go back to the sales page, rewrite that headline one more time, try a new price point, see what actually happens. Or you can fix what's actually broken and use the data. Those are your 2 paths. And one of them is going to lead you somewhere different and move that needle for you much farther than you already have. If you are watching this and you're thinking, okay, so my offer is my problem, where do I even start? That is exactly what TKO, Teeny Knock It This is exactly what TKO was built for. TKO stands for Teeny Knockout Offer, and it is the complete framework for designing a low ticket offer that is strategically created to convert. It's built on actual real life buyer psychology. It's engineered to pull people from the cold that never heard of you before into buyer leads, into your high ticket programs without you having to chase them. It's designed to hit the flow, hit right into your funnel. It's not just a template. It's not just somebody's recycled launch checklist. It is a strategic system. It is the framework the experts who actually scale use to build offers that work from the inside out instead of just hoping the outside looks good enough. Imagine sending an email out right now about your offer and having sales roll in without you doing anything else. Not because you got lucky or you hit the algorithm, you built your offer strategically from the foundation up. That is what changes when the offer is your starting point instead of your afterthought. If you're done guessing which part is broken, the link is in the description below. And if you want to go deeper on actually just starting off the get-go, building the offer from scratch using the right hook framework, my next video is going to break down the whole thing step by step. It is the direct follow-up to everything we've covered. And honestly, this is where it gets really fun. The link is right here. Go watch it next. I cannot wait to see what you do with the information that you just got today.